Northern California in the late 1960s, a time of free love, counterculture revolutions, and dreams of a better tomorrow. San Francisco buzzed with optimism, its streets alive with the sounds of protests and music festivals, and a generation dreaming of a brighter future. But behind this bright facade, darkness lurked. A shadow crept into the night, a specter of violence that would haunt the region for decades. He called himself the Zodiac. With cryptic ciphers, gruesome crimes, and taunting letters, the Zodiac Killer emerged as one of the most chilling figures in criminal history. His reign of terror would shake the peace of the counterculture movement and leave a legacy of fear. To this day, his identity remains an unsolved enigma. The Zodiac's bloody trail. It began on December 20th, 1968, a frigid night in the small community of Benicia, California. High school sweethearts Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday parked their car on a secluded stretch of Lake Herman Road. For many young couples, this was a spot for stolen kisses and whispered promises. But this night, something far more sinister was waiting in the darkness. At approximately 11:15 p.m., another vehicle pulled up beside them. Witnesses later reported seeing suspicious cars circling the area earlier that evening. The killer stepped out, armed with a .22 caliber pistol. David was shot at point-blank range, a single bullet to the head. Betty Lou tried to flee, but 5 shots struck her in the back. Her lifeless body was found 30 feet from the car. No valuables were taken. No witnesses came forward. It was a crime that shocked the quiet community and seemed at the time senseless. But it was only the beginning. The Blue Rock Springs attack. 7 months later, on July 4th, 1969, the Zodiac struck again. Darlene Farron, a lively and well-loved waitress, picked up her friend Mike Majot. Together they drove to Blue Rock Springs Park near Vallejo. At midnight, a car approached. Its headlights illuminated their vehicle before pulling away, only to return minutes later. Without warning, he opened fire. The attacker used a 9mm Luger, striking both victims multiple times. Darlene succumbed to her injuries. Mike, despite gunshot wounds to his jaw, shoulder, and leg, survived. Then came the chilling call. I want to report a double murder. If you will go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, you will find a young couple in a brown car. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye. The Lake Berryessa Horror. On September 27, 1969, the Zodiac escalated his reign of terror. College students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were enjoying a peaceful afternoon by the shores of Lake Berryessa. The man claimed to be a fugitive and demanded their car keys. But instead of stealing the vehicle, he tied them up with pre-cut rope and began a frenzied attack. Brian was stabbed 6 times. Cecilia, 10. He scrawled, Vallejo, 12-2068, 7-469, September 2769, 6:30, by knife. Cecilia would die from her injuries 2 days later. Brian, though gravely wounded, survived. The Zodiac's 4th confirmed attack occurred in the heart of San Francisco on October 11, 1969. Paul Stein, a 28-year-old cab driver, was shot execution-style by a passenger in the upscale neighborhood of Presidio Heights. Nearby teenagers witnessed the crime and called the police. They described the killer as a white male, 5 feet 8 inches to 5 feet 10 inches, with light-colored hair and glasses. But a tragic miscommunication in the police dispatch led officers to search for an African-American suspect, allowing the real killer to slip away. The Zodiac's taunts. By July 31, 1969, the Zodiac was no longer content to remain in the shadows. Letters arrived at 3 major newspapers: the San Francisco Chronicle, Vallejo Times-Herald, and San Francisco Examiner. Each opened with the chilling salutation, "Dear Editor, this is the Zodiac speaking." The letters contained intimate details of his crimes, details only the killer would know, and a cipher made up of 408 symbols. The Zodiac demanded the cipher be printed on the front page of each newspaper, or more people would die. The message revealed a chilling philosophy. "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all." The Z340 cipher. For over 50 years, another of the Zodiac's ciphers, the Z340, remained a mystery. In 2020, cryptographers finally cracked it. The message read, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." Theories and legacy. Despite decades of investigation, the Zodiac's identity remains unknown. Many suspected Arthur Lee Allen, a Vallejo man linked to the crimes through circumstantial evidence. Others pointed to Ted Kaczynski, better known as the Unabomber. But the Zodiac's genius lay in his unpredictability. Exploiting the limitations of 1960s forensics and the lack of coordination between police departments, he vanished into history. Was the Zodiac a lone madman, or part of something larger? A mastermind, or simply lucky? More than 5 decades later, the shadow of the Zodiac still lingers, a haunting reminder that some puzzles may never be solved. Thank you for watching this video. For more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day.